Alright. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to round 15 here, season 8 in Contest of Speed. We're at beautiful China. Lovely China. Hopefully we all brought our face masks and hand sanitizer for what promises to be an interesting race. A lot of these guys probably haven't league raced yet around the circuit on this game. Some subtle differences from last year. But the league as a whole hasn't raced here since early on in Season 6. I'm Kid and Petter, by the way, joined alongside by Andy Wu here at his spiritual homeland in China. You want to say anything?
Hello? We good?
Yeah, there you are.
Mic check? 1, 2,
There
3.
you are.
Alrighty.
There it is.
Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I am Chinese, communist, and several other things. That makes China my second home track, I guess. Yeah, difficult track, curbs, not fun. Yeah, not sure what else to add. I guess I'll learn a lot from these AM2 guys. Have not done a lot of practice myself. Other than that, just excited to see what trouble these guys may get into.
Yeah, here in the official AM2 practice session, held 2 hours before we go green for qualifying. Was pretty interested to see one of the higher turnouts of the year. I think we had 12 guys in there, and a lot of them were doing 20 or so laps. I think that just goes to show how little people have been racing around here. Easy to forget about China. Obviously, hasn't been on the real life calendar since the start of 2019 due to the global pandemic, and as a result, you kind of forget about it in the game because it's not even really accessible in career mode until I figured out how to do it a few weeks ago. So I've only done one race around here.
Tell me how.
I don't know. Just pay attention whenever you're like, picking your stuff. I replaced Melbourne and put this on.
Ah, good choice.
I was going to take out Monaco, but I didn't. I can just simulate that. Whatever.
Exactly.
According to Cost Bets, DK Mortec coming off a P2 last week in Brazil. He is second favorite this week, plus 300. Only behind the championship leader Mitch Burns. He is going on a hot lap here. He's won 2 races this season, I believe. Hold on, let me double check. He's won 1 race this season. I'm certain of that. And that was 2 weeks ago in Singapore.
I think he's only won that one.
Yeah, it's just that one. I actually have the full results screen here on my laptop next to the TV. VTech has retired from the session. I believe that is probably in the pits.
Yep.
Up to his old tricks, not qualifying. I believe Clay Funk is going to be in the same boat. DK heads into the hairpin for this turn 14 after one of the longest throttle blasts in all of F1. Down the back straight, and he is just going to go ahead and call it. Should be noted that a lot of these drivers are probably going to be jockeying for the medium tire. I can't think of a track more abrasive to the softs than China. You've got maybe 2 good laps in those before you start getting all over the place. It's really difficult, but that is offset by the fact that the soft tires are pretty much like the softest compound, and the mediums are about as hard as the mediums go, so it's a little over a second gap between the 2 tires just in terms of qualifying pace. It's going to be a real interesting shuffle to see who's actually going to try these softs, who's going to try to get 11th, who's not going to qualify in general, who's just going to try to qualify on mediums, get up as high as possible. There's a lot of options for these drivers tonight.
Yeah, the soft tires are definitely not a race tire at all. Took time trial times though on the softs, but yeah, terrible race tire. Can't get more than I think 6 laps tops, and that's if you start in the top 10 and you're pushing. Yeah, and you're definitely going to be losing a lot of time after the lap 2. So.
Yeah, I did a full quali run, so in lap, out lap, hot lap, in lap, and front left was at 9%. The rest were already at 7%. Very, very abrasive. So it's already knocking off the best part of that tire.
And then you count the formation lap in that as well, and you're probably already pushing 15% by the time the start lights go out. So yeah, I don't know. Any guys in the top 10 on the softs are putting themselves at a disadvantage towards the end of the race, but I mean, maybe track position's key, especially with our third, fourth full grid this year in AM2. Love to see it.
I think this is number 4. And a quick shout out to Shelly the Turtle, who's in the comments. Unfortunately, he was the one left without a chair for this installment of what's that game called? Musical Chairs. Yeah, that's it. He was beat to the punch by I guess I should mention Mitch 791, not Mitch Burns. It's gonna be tough for me to differentiate. We got 2 Mitches. One's a Michel, one's a Mitch. They're both Canadian though, because Mitch is from Buffalo, which is in Canada. I believe it was annexed at some point in the mid 2000s. But yeah, Mitch, one of the founding fathers of the AM side of Contest of Speed, but he hasn't really raced on console in a couple of weeks. Did some practice with him. He turned a lot of laps today. He's one of those drivers that put in about 20 plus laps a couple of hours ago. But
nice helmet too.
Yeah, a nice helmet for Haas, and yeah, it's the Russian flag on his helmet. But yeah, I don't. He's really fast, but he is extremely rusty. So I'm not even sure where to put him in the cost bets standings. The field is where he belongs right now, and that's plus 2,500. So make sure you get your bets in wherever the betting service you like is. I'm sure they're covering it. Elliott into P2 with a 31.9. Mitch Burns, unsurprisingly, 31.5. Pretty strong time for him in comparison. EU3 and EU4. Jack Hockey set fastest lap in both of those qualifying sessions with a 31.292, and I believe you said a 31.286. So very similar to those, but obviously Jack Hockey, I mention it every week because we're comparing his times pretty much all the time, since he's always on pole in EU3 and EU4. He is underranked in the EU side.
I think he's definitely going to be pushing EU2 next season, the Welshman, but he's done a couple races with us in AM. Quick. Mitch, first guy, I think, on the mediums, I think committing to just try to get as high as you can on the mediums, and then just hope you don't fall too far down the grid. P9, 33.479, and then just as slow as you can on both the in and the out laps. Put as little wear in these tires as you can.
Not sure if this is legit or not, but Porridge has dumped in, according to the game, a purple Sector 1 on the soft tires. See, follow along his progress, as I believe he's going to be entering Sector 3 pretty soon. Well, he's 8.5
seconds up on his time.
But a
big snap oversteer there.
Huge snap oversteer. That's going to ruin any hope he had of a good lap going. It'll still probably be better than the 143.8 that he put in. I'm assuming he probably spun at some point during that one. DK into Sector 3.
Probably getting a nice slipstream though. Different Aston Martin. ZX also on a hot lap getting a slipstream from the struggling McLaren.
Shelly says, Kitten, let's make a deal. If either Mitch wins, you owe me a follow on Twitch. Okay, I can do that, Shelly. Although I will say that Mitch has won 4 out of the last 5 races. Mitch Burns, at least, has done that. DK's gonna abort again.
Just setting some banker laps I don't think. Yeah, he hasn't crossed the line to actually finish a lap.
Yeah, I think he is just getting his marks down. Yeah, he's getting his marks down for what I'm assuming is going to be a medium run coming up shortly. Yeah, I think a lot of these guys are going to want to avoid the softs like a plague, but like you mentioned earlier, at the end of the day, if you're starting like 15th, your chances of a podium, regardless of strategy, without a lot of luck, are very low. So, no real point to that. If we can get these softs lap 4 or 5, I think the hards can do the rest of the race. It'll be a little spicy at the end, but it should be able to
how
make
comfortably is a different question, but I think it's feasible. Not sure how fast it's going to be though. Again, just these AM2 guys are doing all the practice for me.
It should be noted. Now, I am interested. I know we were talking to Kano a little bit, who is completely snowed in Edmonton at the moment. He might be looking at a 2-stop. I wonder if a 2-stop is viable. I believe that the pit delta here in China is 23 seconds, and you're going to lose at least a second and a half per lap on the hards. So, might be something worth trying, especially if you're someone like Kano who's been struggling for consistency this year. Who knows? Who knows if that's smart or not? Is Gordito, who's coming around to finish a lap. Gordito, the Argentinian, he is currently plus 1,000 to win in hashtag cost bets. Up to P8 for him. Where's Electric Blade at? He is going around the hairpin, turn 14. He's got a car in front of him. He's that racing fan. See if he... Yeah, we have confirmed multiple times over. This is just very thorough journalism from us. The racing fan does like racing, as Electric goes 31.8. Big gap though, still over 3/10 to P1 and Mitch.
The middle sector on a hot lap. I think Porridge through turn 7 just got a little snap. In the middle of the S's.
Here's Motor doing what we think DK is going to be attempting. He is on the medium compound here with about 2 minutes left in the session, I think. The caution indicator is kind of blocking that. Yeah, 2 minutes. And he is around here. Oh, is he not on an outlap? I think this...
yeah, his ERS is at 100%.
Yeah, it doesn't say it on the game. Mitch Burns has started a lap. Vamu Nubel has jumped up into P2. I know Vamu was extremely disappointed after his de facto home race in Brazil. Ended in a DNF. Very, very disheartened. That championship lead is now swelled. 199 for Mitch, 152 for Vamu. Do the math on that. That's almost 2 full races. These guys are apart. I think we're really entering the territory here with about 10 races to go, where this is kind of turned into Mitch's to lose.
Oh, as Mitch does lose it. The third sector. He was about even with his time.
We gotta be careful not to get disqualified here.
Oh, he did. Oh,
there it is. Oh boy. What is this gonna do?
Things up.
Yeah, I could see that one coming. He was creeping the wrong way in the grass, and he is gonna be saying a lot of colorful things in French at his TV/wife/kids at the moment. He cannot be too thrilled with that. But that is gonna move him all the way down to last place.
And puts his championship rival in first.
His motor has completely blown it on the mediums. He's going to be starting back there as well. But yeah, Vamu is taking a pull here. It looks like. Elite Game Boy looking really strong as well, should be said. Up there in P5 and P4. I think RJP... It's RJP on a lap.
ZX jumps up to P3.
Oh. It's a big one from ZX. ZX currently 5th favorite, tied for 4th favorite, excuse me, with Electric, plus 450 in cost bets. Good job from ZX.
Coming around on a lap. P5 on the softs, solid.
Okay, so he did go softs. I was thinking he was going to go mediums.
I think RGP's next.
I think P5 might be a little lower than what he was anticipating.
RGP not happy with his time.
Yeah, I saw there was a bit of a mix-up, I believe, through turn 7. Motor had gone off, RJP had slowed down. And I forget who I was riding on board with. It might have been Game Boy. I kind of got caught up in the middle of that, so I'm not sure what was going on there. But Game Boy...
Across the line now.
Yep, here's Game Boy. P4 for Game Boy.
Nice.
Coming off of a podium last week.
And Ray also finished a lap pretty recently there. He jumped up to second pole of P11. Probably where I would want to start.
Yeah, that's here, okay. Wow. Yeah, P11 second pole winner for the Mexican. Good job to Ray. Mentioned P12 as well.
Lap or not. Looks like he is. Yep, just burning through all his ERS.
Just burning those tires. Smart from the man, starting P3 ZX. But boy, do we have some drama setting the table here for round 15 out of 24. Mitch Burns, the commanding championship leader, 47 points in the clear over Vaughn Manubel. Gets disqualified after spinning in qualifying, mowing the grass backwards. He'll be starting dead last, while the only real challenger to his championship aspirations, Vaughn Manubel, will be lining up in pole position.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah, absolutely. That is.
I'm gonna be interested to see what these guys outside the top 10 do. If anyone starts on the softs outside the top 10, I will be shocked.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a medium or hard. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a handful of hards more often than usual, or more hard runners than usual. Maybe a little bit higher up. Typically, when people start on hards, they're in like that 16 to 20 range. I don't think it's too unlikely that we'll see some guys like in the 10 or 11 to 15 range on the hards. But there it is. That is qualifying done. We'll run through the grid in just a little bit. P-Dog, he might be joining the commentary booth at some point tonight. I'm not sure what he's up to. I believe he asks, soft to medium possible.
If you can do it, doesn't mean it's quick.
If you're Sergio Perez in 2012, maybe. But I do not see how that's feasible. You'd probably have to get at least 8 or 9 laps out of the softs, and really after about lap 6, you are in puncture territory. So I don't know if that would be viable whatsoever. So yeah, Cospets also just want to run through here. Mitch plus 150, DK plus 300, as is Vamu, Electric 450, ZX 450, RJP 500, Racing Fan 750, Porridge 800, Elliott 800, Game Boy 550, Gordito 1000, the field 2500. Who you got in that?
Well, I don't know if the line's going to move any on Mitch after that qualifying fiasco, but I think I'm going to take Elliott here. He's shown really good pace in the prior races that he's done, just hasn't quite been able to finish one.
Looking for value. I like it.
But yeah, if I was a gambling man, I think Elliott's probably my move there.
Okay, well, how about this? Under 1.5 safety cars.
Definitely taking the over on that one. Do VSCs count?
No. These are just full-blown safety cars.
Full safety cars? I could see 2 full safety cars here, and that's going to really help out Mitch Burns down.
Oh, no, I just dropped my pen. Over under 6.5 DNFs.
We got a full grid here. I'd say it's likely. If we're going to get 2 safety cars, there's going to be at least...
It's a real tease. That is a real tease of a line. Well, I'm saying neutral, because obviously there's no rooting in the AM2 press box unless you're Andy Wu. Shelly the Turtle asks who you are. I try to introduce you about a minute to 2 minutes into the stream so people can hear it, but after I go on my little preamble. But not everybody can catch it. Let's check these tires real quick before I start the run through the grid. This is a pretty long formation lap, about a minute 35 seconds.
About as long as Hotel Antonio. Grew, only guy on the hards outside of the top 10.
Yeah, as expected.
Right smack dab in the middle of it, too.
Everybody on the mediums. We'll see how Grew how that affects Crew. He's coming off his best result of the season, or tied for his best result of the season in P7 last week. Without further ado, let's get this thing cracking. Whoa, hey, that's our voices.
Hey, that's me.
That's you. There we go. As previously noted, Vamu Nubel has won pole due to his championship rival Mitch Burns' disqualification from the qualifying session. Electric Blade with one of his best starting spots of the season in P2. We'll see if he can finally get over the hump and grab his first win. Badfast ZX P3, his third race in contest of speed. He's looked sharp so far. Let's see if he maybe gets on a podium this week.
Sorry to interrupt, but we got Gordito backwards.
Well, that's not ideal. Well, Elite Game. I'm not gonna show it. Cyberbullying is not cool. Elite Game Boy P4, Elliot P5. That's Swarner's pick, Andy Boo's pick, at plus 800 in cost bets. DK in P6. He's got a little more work to do than I expected him to. RJP in P7. Again, good in qualifying, been struggling in races. Racing Fan P8. Kano in the top 10. Look out for him. He might be doing a 2-stop today. Gordito in P10. No, he's actually in P20 at the moment. Ray in P11. He has the first choice on those mediums. Mitch on the mediums. Arcock on the mediums. Villeneuve on the mediums. Gru, the only one on the hards. Kind of like it from Gru. Porridge, really bad qualifying for Porridge down there in P16. Motor didn't get a lap in. He's in 17th. VTech didn't complete a lap, nor did Clayfunk in 19th. Mitch Burns did, and it would have been fastest overall. But unfortunately for him, he spun on his second hot lap and went backwards. And he's got it. He's
lap annex here.
He's got it all to do now.
Down in. Well, he's starting 10th, but he is still taking his time in the hairpin. So. Oh boy. Come on, man. We got a race to get going.
I'm not sure what's up with the Argentinians, and there he is.
Formation laps.
Yep.
But quick podium prediction for myself. I think Elliot, Vamu, DK, probably a solid podium. But I do like Ray, Mitch, and Mitch Burns.
I don't know what to see.
Making their way through the field.
Well, shouldn't have a light glitch today. There it is. There we go. 5 lights, and we are off from Shanghai, China. Looks like that's Gordito getting a massive start. He's got the hottest tires on the entire grid because he made everybody else wait for about 45 seconds. Electric Blade going side by side with Vamu into turn 1. Everybody clean so far as they go into 2 and 3. Really difficult to get the power down here. It's like walking on eggshells, but these top 4 are keeping it 2 abreast. I think Electric has done it. Vamu is going to pop back out, but I think Electric's going to have a better run. Yep, Vamu can't get the traction down. Boy, that is some electric stuff from Electric Blade. Boogie Woogie Woogie. His ZX runs extremely wide through the vaunted turn 7. I think we'll probably see 1 or 2 guys go off there this evening.
Yeah, it is like rush hour traffic in Shanghai on the start there. They're 4 wide going down there in turn 1. Everyone, I think, managed to keep the car pointing in one direction, and also no winglets have been lost at this point.
Gordito has lost a little bit of 1 spot, but he was up 5, up into P5 for Gordito after his little spinaroo. Let's check biggest winners and losers. Gordito up 4 spots. Boy, this is a great shot. Everybody knows the tail. No one's straggling off in the back because everybody has made it through unscathed, I believe. Gordito making a move, trying to get done on Elliott again. Does not quite do it. But these top 4 starting to run away a little bit as Elite Game Boy going 4-wheeling off the back. Let's see, is that Arcock making a move on Kano? He is completely maxed out his ERS. I love watching the cars filter through turn 1 and 2. It really is the best.
We got someone around. Clay Funk. Oh no.
Oh, where's Clay at? Oh, he's all the way back.
I think had a not nice, but a half spin out.
Oh, and that's Porridge.
1. Oh no.
Porridge is on the same. They're actually, well, in a different spot. Clay's able to avoid him. I think he's just ghosted anyways, but not an ideal start for those two.
Still no wing damage though, so these guys will be able to carry on. Just gotta watch these tires. Spicy tires are not going to drive on.
Absolutely not. Those tires are probably spicier than mild sauce at Taco Bell. ZX. Closing down on Vamu here. No DRS yet. One more lap to go before they get to that point. But Electric is looking in command of this race with about 9/10 of an advantage. Bad Fast ZX is right on his tail. See how much ERS he's going to dump. Not really at all.
Broke away from Gordito back in 6th.
Is ZX going to go for it? Around the outside, up and under. No, not quite. Discretion is the other part of Valor. But it looks like Arkaka and Ray.
Ooh, Arkaka's missing shifts here as he's trying to get the spot there on the Mexican. Whoa, the big contact.
And here's Mitch. Oh, is Motor, I believe, around in the back.
Out of the last corner.
Doing a Giovinazzi. Is Mitch confident enough to make this a double overtake around the outside of turn 1? Whoa, is Arkaka. I think he just caught a huge...
I think he got a low tap from Ray there.
Might have. Either way, Mitch right place, right time. He's looking pretty racy here on his re-debut. Let's go back up front. Electric Blade has indeed...
DRS.
Yeah, he's broke DRS and he is skedaddling. ZX is going to know that he's got to get by Vamu right here, and I think Vamu's going to be a sitting duck on this long back straightaway.
Yeah, and Gordito, after having that really hot start, probably having warmer tires than everyone helped, he is holding up a bit of a train here, but I expect RJP and maybe even DK to make a move here with DRS on the Argentinian. This motor goes for another spin through the middle sector.
Well, it's almost like he should do more than like 4 laps of practice every week. Probably be a little bit better off.
ZX has Vamu.
Yeah, that was pretty easy. Vamu tried to defend on the inside, but ZX was already gone. And just that DRS advantage right there gained him about 6/10. As Vamu's going to go for a very aggressive undercut, almost ripped off ZX's gearbox.
Well, you can see that he was struggling there, losing that much time to Electric.
Yeah. Let's see what he puts on. This will tell us a lot. Yep, looks like a 2-stop for Vamu. Interesting decision. We'll see how long he can take those. Yeah, that is... He is the first one to pull the trigger. Obviously, Gordito's in as well.
But the undercut's going to be really powerful around here. It's just a matter of, is it worth a whole nother pit stop? I guess we'll wait to see towards the end of this thing. Also, safety cars will play a big part into that.
Yeah, Elite Game Boy doing pretty good here. He's staying within DRS ZX. ZX just out of DRS range on Electric Blade.
But considering the amount of time he had in between Vamu and himself, he's really making inroads here on Electric Blade in the lead. I think he won't have DRS, but he's definitely going to be close enough for the upcoming laps to mount a charge if the Haas doesn't dive into the pits.
Yep, and here's Elliott. Yep, Elliott's going to get this. He's actually named after Bill Elliott's son, who I believe is a NASCAR driver.
Oh, we got VTech around going into the cell corner. Oh my gosh, gave me a heart attack. Vamu just drove through his ghosted teammate.
Yikes.
Whew.
Interesting stuff there. Anybody gonna take the pits? Elite Game Boy is gonna be in the pits. Going for that undercut, lap 5 here. I believe we're gonna see pretty much everybody come in at the end of this one, unless someone can make it last a little longer. RJP and DK in. Interesting here. Medium for
Hards
DK
for
and Elite
RJP.
Game Boy, and hards for RJP.
I want to see where Vamu comes out in all this compared to those guys, because he did pit a lap or 2 earlier.
Yeah, it was a lap earlier, and yeah, he's jumped him.
About 2 seconds on Game Boy.
Yeah, so I mean, it's more or less where it was, I think.
Well, yeah,
I feel like
mean,
we're
if
really going to
there's-
have to see where he comes out in relative to Electric and ZX.
Motor calls it quits in the pits. They call me Dr. Seuss.
Doesn't he cancel?
ZX is now within DRS of his friend in the Haas. I would be surprised if he goes for a move here.
I don't think
But it
he's
also
going to be
depends
making the
on his
move.
tires.
I think Elliot's going to be the one making the move, if anyone's making a move here. Yeah, look at this big gap back behind him. I believe Elliot and Racing Fan are friends as well. This is a buddy battle up at the front.
ZX closes right up to Electric. I want to see who dives into the pits here.
If anybody's going to go for the overcut.
ZX
Overcut Z. I believe ZX was just doing whatever Electric wasn't.
And now Elliot's going to have big overspeed on ZX going down the main straight at the end of this lap. But these soft tires have got to be just the worst things on the planet right now.
Yeah, they have to be tough. Elliot there, half a second. Let's see what Electric does. Mediums for Electric. And Vamu's already gone. But again, I think these guys are both going to have to pit again.
Well, yeah, that's a given at this point. Well, I'm surprised Electric stayed out that much longer if he was going to commit to a two-stop. I don't think he's going to be able to put sauce on at the end of this thing, but you know, he definitely could prove me wrong. Elliot sniffing all up the gearbox. Ooh, it's a little out of shape there. The Aston Martin, though, I think he's going to make a move here. He's got the ERS. He's going to have DRS.
Yeah, I think about 6/10. Let's watch and see how powerful DRS is here.
He might just save his DRS and just
straight
dive in, since he is pitting this lap, I'd assume. Yep.
Yeah, these guys are, oh god, ZX down to single digit ERS already. Whoa, Elliot. Big moment. And I think Gordito might have had a moment somewhere as well. He's dead last.
Gordito, right before the snow corner, probably hit that inside curb. It will get you all out of shape if you get a little bit too much of it. Oh, ZX.
Oh, ZX will race leader. And he's, let's see if he serves that immediately.
Nope, he's gonna have to serve it again, and he may not, because he did go
Yeah,
to
he's
hard
gonna
too.
have 5. Yeah, that is, oh man. You know, did mention during qualifying, he still is in the process of knocking off the rust. Also getting used to racing on a wheel. I don't think he's ever league raced on a wheel before. The past couple days, or weeks, excuse me. But that's going to put him down behind Porridge in this little train that is formed behind Vamu. Electric Blade is not far off, and Electric did look like he had the convincing pace. And these two went at it for about 3 laps at the start.
Vamu's tires are already at 15% on the fronts and about 10% on the rears compared to Electric's 3 across the board. So I expect Electric to make quick work with this one. Once he gets DRS, of course.
Shelley's made a couple of succinct observations. If Guru can stay clean, he will have a chance at having a pretty good race here. That is absolutely correct. Grew up in P4 on those hards and holding his own.
The reverse strategy is going to be pretty quick towards the end of this thing, but Mitch and Mitch are leading this race.
We have a Mitch 1-2 at the moment.
Oh, we've got a Mercedes around. That's Ray.
Oh, that's Ray.
He's on older mediums.
Oh, poor Ray.
Right, he's got a little out of shape.
Oh,
and still getting out of shape.
Let's cut from that.
Yeah, cyberbullying.
Here is Kano on Racing Fan. Those are mediums versus hards. Kano was in a pretty good position before that pit stop. I think he's definitely committed to that 2-stop.
Vamu and Electric are getting ready to go out in turn 1.
Oh, there's Electric. I'll tell you what, I think Electric's the fastest car out here today.
Vamu's fighting him back, though. He's trying to feed it around the outside. Not going to have the move. Yeah, nice move from Electric there. Vamu had no way to get back around him.
They're coming up on a slower car. Villeneuve with 7-lap-old mediums. Those things are starting to die a little bit. Ray is retired, I believe, in the pits. Or is that actually on track?
Man, I'm not sure. It looks like he tried to get to the
like
pits. He must have.
he might have Hamiltoned it.
But yeah, but that looks like it's on the inside of the pits. So odd place to do it, but I guess hot tires are the bane of existence for anyone trying to get back to the pits.
Yeah. Now let's check the gap to the leader. Electric and Vomu both 11 to 12 seconds behind the current leader, which is Mitch 791, who's followed by Mitch Burns 72. Those two are going to be on a one-stop medium to hard. Electric and Vomu, we believe, will have to pit again. After that, you've got ZX on the hards. He should be good to the end, as he actually, I believe, is making a move on Villeneuve behind him. And he hasn't really lost too much time to those two in front. But, unfortunately for him, he did pick up that 5-second time penalty. Elliott on the same strat as him, Elite Game Boy. He is going to be going for a two-stop as well, I would assume. So, yeah, interesting strategy aplenty, which keeps us on our toes.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to look at the task telemetry system we have here. It used to tell us, or I'm sure it still does, I just gotta find it, but the pit stop delta, usually will average everyone's pit stops together and try to this nice little guesstimation how long it'll take taking the pits, trying to figure out where these guys on the mediums and hards will filter back into. Is that Vomu around? It is.
Oh, no Vomu.
Out of the S's, going into the double left-hander in the second sector. Those tires are not going to be friendly. Ooh.
I mean, it might be worth just to put on the hards at this point and hope for a safety car later on. Because, yeah, not sure. I was actually checking the comments. Whenever that happens, I didn't even really see where he lost it at. Electric Blade now making progress on Clay Funk. He doesn't have Vomu to worry about. And he has 2 seconds to ZX, who has that 5-second penalty behind him.
Oh boy, this can get spicy into the last corner. They leave each other plenty of space.
Yeah, there's plenty of space. Very respectful stuff. Clay actually picked up a 3-second time penalty for his chivalry right there. Nice guy is Clay Funk.
Drew, I mean, he's still sticking with these guys on the mediums. I mean, I'm surprised with the pace here. Because this will really just benefit him towards the end of this race, depending on when he pits. But his pace is looking really strong for the Williams here. But Mitch Burns is closed up on OG Mitch for the actual lead. I think he's going to be able to make a move here down the back street.
What lap do you think these guys are going to try to get off or switch over to those hards? Can you
quick. So
I want to get that cool little graphic where it gives it to to AWS.
So Mitch Burns, his front tires are at 40%, his rear tires are at 30, compared to Mitch Burns,
RJP
25 across the board.
RJP has lost it through turn 8, it looks like.
Mitch Burns. He's coming, he's coming, and
DRS.
he's down the inside.
That DRS is extremely powerful.
Too strong.
About, I believe that the back straightaway is a kilometer long, exactly. So, very long.
I wonder if Mitch is going to try to fight Mitch back. Not with that exit, he's not, but he might just try. Yep, I think he's just going to sit behind Mitch here and just tow himself along the DRS.
Yeah, either way, he is. Mitch has been rock solid. Mitch 791 has been rock solid here after taking so long off. Really strong performance from Mitch, and someone we haven't even mentioned all race who's just quietly in P3 right now all by himself. It's Arcaka, coming off points last week. I believe he finished 9th in Brazil, and on that alternate strategy he's been able to hold on.
RGP lost it again.
Oh Lord. Been able to hold on for a while. Electric Blade finally on the scene of Grux King.
Yeah,
Well, I think
another.
he's going to be able to get this move done before the DRS straight, which is actually good news for Groove.
Yep. I wonder if Electric's just going to take his time and just wait.
Look at that! Look at that chivalry. So much sportsmanship here. Groove's just going to pull over for Electric. He knows he's not racing for the win tonight.
But it also helped his race out, getting the DRS and just.
What ZX? Oh no, ZX is lagged out.
Lagged out. Yep.
He's gonna have to get back real quick. He's got a lead Game Boy all over the back of him.
Lead Game Boy, he's gonna probably wait until turn 1 to make that move, get DRS a couple more times.
Oh, really deep for Groove. Those brakes lit up.
Carrying a overspeed can be difficult to adjust for. Breaking down into the hairpin.
I bet Groove was just happy to see another soul. He's been out there driving by himself for the past 15, or well, not 15, like 10 laps on the hards. Doing a good job nonetheless. Way to go, Groove. Rooting for you up here. Clay Funk on the back of his teammate Elite Game Boy. He has taken those mediums 11 laps. You got to think this is probably the lap where these guys are going to start pitting.
I don't know when Mitch is going to pit, but his tires are still in fantastic condition. Arkaka's front left, and same thing with Mitch. They're both approaching 50% on these tires. Probably can't be comfortable, but I think they can go a couple more laps if they want.
This is interesting back here. ZX is lagged out, and honestly, for a second there, it looked like Elliott was about to lag out as well. With the amount of
our two hotspot warriors.
Yeah, two hotspot warriors, hotspot kings. There's lead Game Boys all over the back of Gru as well. This
got
time
himself a nice little train here. Lead Game Boy must have got all out of, or Clay must have got all out of shape there, because now DK's got around the Red Bull. Elliott as well.
This should be easy enough for Elite Game Boy. He's going to have to brake a little late. Gru's going to give him space. Gru just being ultra Canadian this evening.
I think he's American.
Pretty sure Gru's Canadian.
I'm not sure. Arkaka, though, the first medium guy to dive into the pits. I would bet these $30 here.
Yeah, smart move for Arkaka.
Yep.
Probably doesn't have the natural pace to keep up with the top two, but we'll get a bit of an undercut there. So, smart move from him. Don't really say that too often.
Gru is an American because I was on board with Villeneuve when he drove past the Williams garage and I saw the American flag.
I could have sworn Gru was talking about being Canadian like a couple of days ago.
I think he's in Washington. Which basically is.
Alright, well, Gru, if you can clarify that post-race, well, to be honest, I'm going to be like 7 or 8 bush lights deep by then, so I'm probably not going to remember anyways, but if you just let us know what your actual nationality is, that'd be nice. As he's currently holding up a monster train.
He is Canadian. He is Canadian.
Yes.
So in past, I have him as Canadian. I wonder who I saw there. Taking things.
Well, yeah.
ZX must have got back into his car and immediately lost it.
Oh no!
Last corner, probably just got control of it at a bad
Whoa!
time.
Holy cow! Look at DK capitalizing on the kindness of Groove, makes a super late move down into the hairpin of turn 14. They're gonna go side by side through turn 16. Final corner, but he has lost out.
Got past all of it as well.
Well, Elliott was the first one to make the move, and then DK kind of like Gru would let Elliott by, and then DK came, just diving up the inside, trying to get by as well.
ZX sped again. Oh man.
And he is just retired. I don't think. Boy, that's tough for ZX. He was looking real strong in that first stint. Then just all
unraveled there.
Yeah. Not a situation too dissimilar from Mitch, with the amount of time they've been away from the game. Mitch Burns has
2.5 seconds.
2.5 seconds up front. Mitch.
I wonder if electric...
Buffalo Mitch. Buffalo Mitch is... I don't even remember what I was going to say. I'm just getting frustrated whenever I have to say Mitch and Mitch.
I don't know if Electric's going to be able to catch Mitch Burns by the time that they both make their final pit stop. I think Electric will be on the mediums compared to Mitch on the hards. I mean, Canadian Mitch's tires are still in fantastic condition.
You know, French Canadians are usually pretty strict about you not calling them Canadians, so...
Well,
French Canadian Mitch.
They're above me in a different country, so they're Canadians, alright?
Greenland would like a word?
Well, yeah, Greenland's its own country, alright? They don't speak French.
Yeah, they do.
They speak Eskimo.
Yes. Come on, it's 2016. We can't be saying stuff like that. Electric Blade got down into sub-7 zone on Buffalo Mitch.
We got a lot of guys here flirting with that fuel, or dangerously low fuel levels. So Mitch Burns is running right near the even mark at this point. Electric Blade, Elite Game Boy, DK, they're all a little bit underfueled at this moment. And Villeneuve is about a lap and a half underfueled at the moment.
Oh god.
So fuel burn is really high at the moment.
Yikes. Boy, everything is super spread out. Well, worth noting that Van Maneuver, after that spin, he has come back through the field, damage control mode into P7. Only 3 seconds off the back of DK, so he's ready to pounce if anything happens. But I like that plus 800 pick on Elliott you made earlier. This is he's in a really good spot as well. Currently,
yeah. So he's the first guy going to the end here. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I think the hards are definitely a tire to be on at the moment. He's making them work. He's running down Elite Game Boy at the moment.
Currently only 8 points in the handful of races that he's done so far.
But I mean, the paces look strong.
Yeah, he's had really good pace. Here, Azerbaijan... Wait, no, hold up. Is that... Oh, no. That's a booty that I'm looking at. Elliott, 7th in Singapore, 19th in Hungary, 10th in Brazil, but that is not at all explanatory as to the pace that he has shown.
Well, and like
flashes.
In Brazil, he was the fastest guy on the track. He just made a mistake in the pits on that last safety car, and that really put him out of sync with everyone. But in terms of pace, definitely one of the fastest guys out here.
Yeah, he's up
internet
there.
Connection.
No.
Right now, one of the best.
That is true. His internet connection is pretty bad. As DK has lost it. Oh no! And now Gru's gonna get back around him. But DK can't push too much on those spicy tires. Oh, he's got it slowed down in time, just barely. I think it's time for DK maybe to throw another set of mediums.
Throw a new set of mediums.
Hope for a
despite the bullet there.
Yeah, Kano has gotten around him into P9. Kano in the points. Who had that on their bingo?
In the pits. So game of the first guy to make his second stop here.
Looking for an undercut, potentially.
Gru dives into the pits as well.
Yep, mediums, it looks like. Yep, 2-stop for Game Boy. Back to what we were talking about with Elliott. I think a lot of these guys are honestly faster than I am. It's more just it's more just about putting a full race together.
Yep.
There's so many. I guess you would expect that. I believe they're a lot younger, probably overall.
But yeah, I mean, I thought I was one of the younger guys in the league, and now all these 14-year-olds start slapping us up silly.
Yeah, a lot less experience though. The racecraft is not quite there, I think, for a lot of them. But the pace is, and I think that's what makes AM2 one of the best series in all contests of speed. There's probably about 12. There's not 12 people that can win on any given weekend. They have the pace for it. It's just being able to make
Finally
the right
put it
calls.
together.
Yeah.
Well, and then, I mean, with a full grid, chaos is almost a given every week.
It hasn't been too chaotic. We've had 3 DNFs in the pits.
Well, I think a good chaotic. You know, you don't need DNFs to have a crazy race. I mean, these guys are 4 or 5 wide going into turn 1 at the start of this thing.
Plenty of action. And speaking of action, here's Kano for P6 on porridge power. He's on 10 lap old mediums. Kano might want to look towards. I think he might want to pit for mediums now, or I mean, he can take these a couple more laps and go maybe soft at the end.
100%. Mitch Burns has dived into the pits, and did he put on the hards? He did. So he's only going to do 10 laps on the hards after doing 18 on the mediums.
Yeah, he really stretched that out for about a lot longer than I anticipated. As is Mitch, lap 17 right now on those mediums. Porridge also on the same strategy. Gordito's getting off those mediums now.
Just take him to the sauce.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that might come back to bite him a little bit.
Well, Mitch, I don't know if he'll be able to.
We'll be able to see the gaps to leader. I'd imagine Mitch, Buffalo Mitch, will be pitting this lap, as will probably Electric. Well, that might be
Electric's only on 11%, or 11 lap old tires, 33% just about across the board, 35%.
How long? I don't think he's going to be able to take these to the end. I think he's just holding on for softs, probably.
Well, he's got, what, 11 laps left, 33%, 35% times 2, you're hitting 70%. He has a chance of taking these things to the end, but I don't think he's faster than the guy behind him at the moment, Elliott, who put on the hards at that first safety car, and he's within a second and a half now, Elliott on Electric.
Yeah, there's Buffalo Mitch in the pits.
I wonder what tires he's going to go to. I'd assume hards, because he's going softs. This is going to take some extreme tire
this is a ballsy call for Mitch. I guess he's not really competing for the championship since he's on a reserve basis for the time being. But he is pushing his chips to the middle of the table here.
Kano and Porridge also in the pits this lap, going to softs.
Softs for Porridge. And Kano probably mediums. Yep, Kano's going to go mediums. DK has set the fastest lap of the session. 134.745 for the man that we like to thank for his service. Anytime he's mentioned. Thank you for your service, DK.
I think fuel's going to play a big part towards the end of this thing. Electric Blade is right on the limit of fuel right now, and Elliott behind him has about a lap extra to play with, so I think I can see at this point, Elliott's in full attack mode at the moment.
Elliott has cut this gap down by about 2 or 3 tenths per lap
give
for
him
a while
a lap
now.
or two, and he's going to have DRS on him.
Yeah, this is looking real good for Elliott. Looking real good for him. Mitch Burns is in P4 behind Vamanubel. We've seen this story a few times this year.
Vamu fights back. He sent it down there.
I mean, I don't think Vamu. Yep, he's going to squeeze him a little bit as they go around turn 15 into 16. Vamu's not going to make this easy for Mitch.
And Mitch can't really be flirting around too much with Vamu here, because Mitch is also struggling with fuel. If Vamu makes him work too hard for it, he has a risk of running his Alpine out of gas.
Indeed.
For the end of this. But eventually, newer tires prevail. Even when new hards are still better than 15 lap old mediums any day of the week. Mitch Burns, or not Mitch Burns, OG Mitch, Buffalo Mitch, fastest first sector at the moment.
Buffalo
He's on
Mitch
a
on the
flyer
softs.
now.
Golly gee. You'd think he'd be taking a little more care of those softs.
No, absolutely not.
You know what? Noted urban philosopher Aubrey Drake Graham once said, you only live once. That's the mother friggin' motto, fellas. YOLO.
Elliott's now within DRS on Electric Blade. Not going to be able to make a move here, but I think it's only a matter of time.
I think Electric has put himself in a corner here. I'm not sure how he's going to get out of it. These hards are going to have the advantage, as evidenced on the mediums with Electric.
They've almost had the advantage the whole time.
Yeah, no, I mean, is Electric? Can you check his tire wear, perhaps?
40% across the board.
So not
Elliott's
terrible.
at 25.
Yeah, not terrible. He probably could get him to the end.
Or I think he is, but I don't think he's going to have the pace to keep that Alpha behind him. But, I mean, and if he does, he's probably going to tear his tires up in the process trying, so... I don't know if it really works out, but, I mean, Mitch Burns, what a drive, honestly. Started last, just been nice and easy, just as consistent as you can be. Started on the mediums, took him a while, went with the safer play, put him on the hards, and he's in P3 right now, and net P3 at that.
And I mean, that's quite frankly, that's just what he's done all season. That's why he has the advantage he has in the championship. Let's run through Mitch's season so far: 5th, 6th, 4th, 7th, 7th, 3rd, 4th, 3rd, 1st, 1st, 3rd, 1st, 1st. Consistent.
That's how you win championships.
That's how you win championships. As Elliott is demonstrating how you win races right now, made the right strategy call. He has his own destiny in his hands. Only his 4th race in contest of speed, and he could be walking away a winner tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if Elliott or if Electric's gonna have enough straight line speed to try to make a move back on Elliott. He's not. He has ERS to play with, but I don't think he has the tires to, or the fuel he needs to at that. I'm interested to see. So Vamu did let Mitch by in the middle of the last lap there, and I'm sure he's thinking, "Hey, new Mitch, you go steal some points off my championship rival Mitch for me, please and thank you."
I think Mitch is going to try to take those points off of Mitch, but
I think he'll
to
get
be
past
honest,
him,
I don't think Mitch's tires are going to last long enough, because I'm telling you, about 7 laps.
They're already at 20%.
About 7 or 8 laps on these things, and you'll be in puncture territory. I don't think he's going to be able to hold off Mitch Burns for too long. This is really, we're just going to have to revert to calling Mitch Burns Michelle.
I think Buffalo Mitch and Mitch Burns. 72 and 79.
Even their numbers are similar.
And their pace isn't too different either. I have a feeling these guys are going to be right around the same spot for the remainder of the season.
What if Buffalo Mitch was just messing with us the entire time?
Oh, Gru.
Oh no, Gru's thrown away.
Consistent.
Oh,
He's lost it.
Gru had such a good race all day. And he's blown it.
He's fast in there.
He's blown it here on lap 23. Electric doing a good job staying with it.
Yeah, I guess that was to be expected. 17 laps on those mediums. Definitely going to softs here. Gonna try to get the fastest lap and probably work his way back into the points. This is going to be the main to watch here, these closing laps. Going to fit in, I think, right ahead of the McLaren horsepower.
Oh no,
right
Elliott! Elliott's lost
no.
it through turn 7!
Oh boy.
Oh, Elliott, no!
I mean, and that's exactly what we were talking about.
Oh, he's going to do it again! Oh, he's
out.
out. That's going to be a safety car. That is going to be a safety car.
Yep,
that is,
100%.
there it is. There, Elliott, no, what have you done?
Oh no.
What have you done,
I mean,
Elliott?
that's exactly what we were talking about. He's had the pace, he just hasn't been able to put it together.
Electric was able to keep the pressure on him And he cracked. Oh,
But then
no.
see, Electric, I think he's going to be able to pit here, dive in, put on some softs.
Yep.
And even if Mitch gets, Canadian Mitch, French-Canadian Mitch, gets ahead of him, he's going to be on newish hards compared to brand new softs. I think Buffalo Mitch will be able to pit. I think everybody's going to dive in the pits if they have the opportunity here. I think we'll probably get about 4 or 5 laps of green flag racing.
Why is... I gotta say, Nightbot's been a little fascist.
Yeah, I mean,
he was fascist today. He kicked Hilly out. He kicked Hilly out. Now he's attacking Shelly.
No,
Nightbot is just absolutely ruthless.
Yeah, so the top 5 are in, 6, 7. That's the top 8 in the pits. DK stayed out. Big call puts him up in the P4, but
boy, he's gonna be a sitting duck.
Sitting duck. Yep.
For Vamu Elite Game Boy Racing fan, and I would have to assume Arkaka as well. Oh, Arkaka's actually... Oh, he's in the pits.
When Vamu, he ended up losing 1 spot out of that. He pit
Arkaka. What did he just
half
do?
a lap before the safety car came out. So he does have a little bit more wear on his tires compared to the rest of these guys, but his pace is gonna, I think, show itself here. DK, I don't think he's gonna stand much of a chance.
No. I don't
hold on to this spot. Hopefully he can hold on to points.
Yeah, I'm looking at how this is. Why is Clay on the mediums? I'm not sure, but
yeah.
even like Porridge, Kano, Gru, Gordito, RJP.
I mean, the whole field's on new set of softs,
yeah.
except for Clay, who I guess accidentally put on mediums, and DK, who stayed out just trying to get track position. But I don't see this one working out whatsoever for the Aston driver.
Alright, well, if you want a quick race synopsis, make sure you hit the COS Q or COS glass button on your remote.
The red button if you're
it's the red button if you're a COS
glass
subscriber.
COS. Yeah.
I think the safety cars
Watch
have
the
gone
highlights along with the live action.
Yeah. That sounds like a stupid feature. Like, why is that even a thing? Is that like only for people over the age of like 70? Anyways,
well, it's not like they're for England and for the UK and all that. They get to sleep in for most of the races. Their hours are F1 races are normal hours most of the time for them.
Like sometimes I'll take a little nap.
7 and watch it.
That's why I always keep some cold brew in the fridge. And always keep a little whiskey on deck. Make sure that I stay motivated to get through those races at 7 a.m. I'm just kidding. I actually usually sleep through them and wake up at like 11 a.m. on Sundays. One day a year I sleep in, or a week. Either way, synopsis though. Electric Blade's been the fastest car all day. He started on in P2. He took the lead from Vamu on the start, and he stayed there until he switched to mediums. Going on to a 2-stop. Mitch Burns and Mitch 791 behind him. They were both on medium strategies outside the top 10. Mitch Burns, in particular, started last because of a disqualification in qualifying. And the championship leader has had a pretty impressive drive so far. Elliott was going to win this race on the hards. 1 stop on hards, but lap 23 loses it around turn 7 and then turn 8. Ends up in the wall and brings out a safety car, and that's where we stand right now. Electric Blade, I'm sure he's used to green-white checkers. He's a NASCAR guy. Could that possibly be an advantage for him? Because if not, this looks like it's going to be a replay, at least to an extent, of Hungary 2 weeks ago, when Mitch and Electric went down to the wire.
Well, Mitch, during that Hungary race, we know Electric was on older tires. Now he's got on a level playing field here, as safety car is in this lap. I know where I'd like to be. I'd like to be first on any safety car restart. You can, I mean, you gotta dictate where you go. Yeah, you can catch everyone napping, but you gotta time it right. Gotta get a good jump here.
I do tend to agree.
I know where I wouldn't want to be. It's DK and B4 on all
Yeah,
teams.
please, but I think Electric's gone already.
Yeah, Electric's gone.
Does catch Mitch a little bit. Does look like he gets Mitch a little bit. Savamu already.
Oh yeah, DK missed the apex completely.
Well, yeah, because
Ferrari just slips up the inside.
Because Vamu was inside of him.
Well, I don't know. If I was DK, I would have hit that apex. Vamu could have
killed him off
for that one.
Sounds like a successful marriage idea.
Yeah.
I'll kill us all.
Our Kaka picks up another 3-second
Elite. Man, I'll tell you what. Elite's going to have another good result here, but I don't think it's going to be a podium because he had to get around DK into turn 5. That was imperative, or turn 6, excuse me. That was imperative. Not able to do that. Going to be stuck behind me the entire time. DK really struggling here. Mitch, Buffalo Mitch. Yeah, Mitch Burns does not have it. Does not have the top end pace that I think we thought he would. Who is that? It's Clay Funk. Oh no.
I think Buffalo Mitch is gonna go for a move here on Mitch Burns.
Yep, he is.
Down the inside into the hairpin.
He is blasting the ERS, and he's gonna get by.
That opens it up. I got 2 championship rivals. Back-to-back 3rd and 4th racing for a podium.
Kind of with another 3 second time penalty. That's probably going to take him out of the points.
Knock him out of any points contentions here.
Oh, is that...
Oh, racing fan in Arcaka. And these guys are battling for every... Oh, a little bit of contact.
Arcaka!
Held on to it.
Oh, and that's going to help his teammate. Porridge going to be able to sneak down the inside. This is some sort of wrestling tactics going on from the McLarens. Here is Racing Fan. Oh, God. They both went so deep on the brakes there.
Close. If our Kaka
all the way back.
Went to the inside,
man, these dudes are...
Definitely could have sent it around the outside there, but yeah, he's going to have to yield the Racing Fan the outside through the SS.
Yeah, those guys, the guys back here primarily, they don't have much to lose, so they're just sticking it all out there right now, like me at a playground. Kano is... Kano does have that time penalty. Porridge again. God, he's so close to the rear end of Racing Fans. Kind of like me at a playground. It's kind of... Oh, there's... Yeah, dirty air for Arcaka, I think, and Porridge. Wide coming out of that banked corner.
And these guys are going at it, bobbing and weaving like Simon Pagenaud at the Indy 500.
Shout to Norman, his dog.
No moves. There. Oh, except for Kondo, out of nowhere gets past to McLaren and Porridge, but he has a lot of time penalties.
Yeah.
That, I mean, even though he has the pace right now, he's absolutely flying with that lower downforce setup he's running.
Yeah, this is what he was. I mean, he did mention it. He did mention
drove right to his Just keep looking back up front.
Let's keep it moving. Back up front, Von Manubel, hoping just to take a little bit of championship points off of Mitch Burns, whose championship lead is swelled. I believe it's 47 at the moment. Famu can just start chipping away somewhere. That's got to do wonders for his confidence going forward for the rest of this season. But he is close. But Mitch is hanging on to DRS zone behind.
Oh, Famu picks up 3.
That's big. That's big. I think Game Boy's going to have a chance here. Although,
hey, it's right on it. 2.8 seconds.
It's
between
right
the Red Bull
on
and
it.
Ferrari.
Absolutely.
It depends on if DK is going to make a move on the Red Bull into the hairpin with DRS here. He's on the button. He is pretty far back, but that DRS is powerful, especially when you're
These guys are all in DRS with each other, except for pretty much Game Boy. But yeah, that'll do it. This is Electric Blade, a Haas 1-2. Don't count them out of the Constructors' Championship just yet. Electric Blade wins his second race of the season, first since round 1 in Australia. Congrats to him. Mitch with a P2 on a re-debut, and Mitch Burns gonna be P3. Shelly, take that. I don't have to follow you anymore, dork.
I mean, but what did champions drive from Mitch Burns?
Elliot also, by the way, Spirit winner Elliot, contemplating suicide in the chat. Don't do that, Elliot.
We have the suicide.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Discord.
Although,
call him up.
Although if I were you in this situation, I'd be on the edge. I'd be listening to Lil Uzi Vert all night if I were you. But yeah, 1-2 for Haas. First time that's happened this season, I believe, for anyone. This is the first team 1-2, I believe, all year. So yeah. Interesting stuff. I can't think of one. Push me to the edge.
I'll add Mitch Burns. I doubt he's going to talk to me, but I know we'll get the two Haas boys in here.
Yeah, these Haas boys, they're going to be fist bumping each other and all whatnot. Look at that, Mitch is already in here. Let me run through the order one last time. The Electric P1, Mitch P2, Haas 1-2 finish. Mitch Burns P3, Elite 4th. Vamu Nubel 5th, Racing Fan 6th, Porridge in 7th, DK in 8th, Gordito P9, VTech always scoring points in P10. And you know what, who cares about the rest?
Oh, man.
I'll scuffle my feet a little too much.
Electric Blade picked up maximum points from this race. Ended with the fastest lap as well, so 26 points. Impressive. For him, 18 for his teammate in second. Wait, let's see.
I want to look at the constructors real quick. Yeah, Ferrari is leading 212 to Alpine's 210. Aston Martin has 199. Red Bull has 172. So that is, those are really the only realistic players you would think. But now with a 1-2 for Haas, who's sitting at 156 in P5. Who knows? This is going to be a dogfight for the Constructors' Championship here as we run down towards the end of the season.
Okay, well, we got both the Haas boys in here. Pop the champagne. It's a 1-2 for you boys. Gonna start with the man in second on Riri debut. He's back. Mitch, Buffalo Mitch. It's gonna get very, very complicated with two Mitches on the podiums. You can't do it. Just change your name to OG Mitch. There you go. But yeah, what a drive. Outside the top 10 in qualifying, probably by design. Can't really tell. But I think everyone knew starting on the mediums were the way to go. If you weren't outside, or if you weren't inside the top 10, played it to perfection. Got bailed out by a safety car. You put on softs there with about 9 laps to go. Me and Kitten both concur that
hold
you
on,
were going to end up. But yeah, what?
Mitch, make sure your mic audio is shared. I can hear you on stream.
Ooh. Yep.
Oh, Lord, have mercy, Mitch. Well, this is your moment.
Golly, boy. Come on. Maybe. Kitten, can we get confirmation on this? Because I don't want to be talking to myself. Alright.
Yeah.
We're good? We're good. Alrighty. Take 2. Nobody saw that. Outside the top 10, mediums. Took them about 18 laps, put on the softs with about 9 to go. Were you planning on taking those things to the end? Oh man, you were hitting about 30%. I was watching it. Uh, oh man, this boy's done his calculations. Ooh, okay. I hear you. The safety car there at the end was able to get past your namesake, Mitch Burns, for P2 to complete the 1-2 for the Haas boys.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but yeah,
Golly,
we did not get Mitch at all.
Wait, so can we hear Buffalo Mitch?
No, we can't hear Mitch. No, still.
Mitch.
But whenever I have to come in here and like tell you guys, then I have to pause the stream again, so that makes me like further behind.
Mitch. Okay, you know what? You know, I'm done talking this, man. You know, congratulations on your P2.
Mitch says he said go team.
Yeah. He said go team, and he just jumped on a table.
Yeah, he jumped.
Absolutely destroyed it. Heard in the
It was on fire.
Was legendary.
Oh, someone grab a fire extinguisher.
Oh man, okay. Yeah, he had to mute his mic. The police department, fire department, everyone is there. Shout out to Buffalo. The man in P1 though, man of the night, Electric Blade. Congratulations on your first win in about a long time. Fastest lap, so 26 points for you. Is this a late championship charge?
I wouldn't say that. I haven't had that good of a season to make that, so.
I mean, there's still plenty of time.
Yeah, I guess time will tell.
Okay.
It's about 110 point. 110
yeah,
points,
I mean that's what, 5 races, a couple DNFs, easy. But started on the softs, went to the mediums. Were you planning on taking those mediums to the end?
Yeah, once I got late enough in the run, saw they were like 30%, like 10 to go or something. So I was hoping to stretch them. Then Elliott spun and then crashed, so that ruined that plan.
Yeah,
I was going to take them.
Had to. Well, once that Alfa Romeo got past you, had to have a sinking feeling in your heart. Because we were both sure, me and Kitten, that Elliott was going to drive away with that one. But unfortunately for him, fortunately for you, he binned it, brought out that safety car. Everyone and their mother put on soft tires at the end, and you were the fastest guy out there. So congratulations on your win at the Chinese Grand Prix.
Thank you.
Leading the 1-2 for Haas there.
Thanks.
Alright, Kitten, let's wrap her up like a
meow
cold immigrant in a holding facility.
Yes. Let's get the tarps out and the aluminum blankets. It is, another good race here this evening. Would you expect anything less out of AM2? Of course not. Where are we at next week? Only one of the most fun tracks you'll ever drive in Portimao, Portugal. The most, third most recent addition to Formula One 2021. Portimao should be a lot of fun to watch and to drive. So hopefully you join us for that next week. Same time, same place. In the meantime, you can check us out, AM1, tomorrow night. Same time, same place. As well as the EU side, EU2, tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. And then same time for EU1 on Thursday. But I guess until then, we'll have to leave you. Hopefully you enjoyed the coverage this evening. And for myself, for Andy, for Electric Blade, nice win. And for Mitch, our relative mute here in Contest of Speed. And Mitch Burns, for that matter, who's also probably even more mute. I'm kidding, better. We'll see you then. God bless.